Welcome in, Grizzlies fans, to GCS Ballpark. I'm the voice of the Grizzlies, Adam Young, and we bring you into another Grizzlies Spotlight as we open up the 2014 off-season version, and we're pleased to be joined by the new bench coach of the Gateway Grizzlies, Mike Breyman. Mike, how are you?
Doing great, man. How you doing?
Doing good. Good to have you back here. Mike was the Joliet Slammers manager last season, has a lot of ties to Gateway, and Mike, I want to bring up something you've told me in previous years. You've always said Gateway will always be home to you. Happy to be home again?
Oh, absolutely. Last year I missed a lot of things. Family-wise, my son started preschool and I missed that. It was tough, but it was a job that I knew, kind of required some travel and being away from the family, and that's just the way it is. So being back at Gateway, has its definite, attributes of being here, knowing everybody, knowing Phil. I mean, Phil's one of my really good friends, and being around him all summer is always great. And knowing everybody here and getting along with everybody here, it's great to be back home, and you can't replace being comfortable where you're working at. So I'm really happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to a really good season.
You had your first managerial job last season with the Joliet Slammers. What was that experience like for you?
It was very good, obviously. And, obviously the final result was kind of tough, but that's the business of the game. That's the part where nobody really understands how kind of tough it is to stay there and be a part of it for a lot of years. And obviously there was some things I learned. On the field stuff, I thought I was okay. I thought I kind of handled myself really well. It was the behind the scenes thing and the above my head stuff that I wasn't really sure. I dealt with it how I thought I could deal with it, but obviously if I go back and being a first-year manager, there's a lot of things that I've learned that I would love to go back and do differently. And I was really hoping I'd get another shot, another year to really kind of prove myself, and it just didn't happen. So, obviously things happen for a reason. It was a great experience for me. I've learned a ton from the experience last year, and I plan on using them even this year, but even down the road if I get a new job, a new managing job down the road, I know exactly how to handle a lot of things that I'll come up to.
I know personally because I've been around you during your coaching days, but tell the fans, what does Mike Breyman bring to the table as a coach?
Real blue-collar work ethic, and one of those things where I bring to my guys how I kind of approach the game. And some guys, kind of have to be pushed a little bit in that direction. Some guys are a little more laid back. Obviously, I'm not going to sit there and get on guys and tell them exactly how I did it and how you need to do it. You need to make guys feel comfortable in their own skin how they're playing. And that's one thing that I've really kind of made sure I understand, how to make guys feel comfortable. The worst thing you can do is basically push a guy to the point where he kind of rejects what you say. Once you get to that point, you have no reliability with that guy yourself. I try to make guys believe that what I'm telling them is going to work, and that's harder. That's harder than actually playing the game, is trying to get their mental approach, get their physical approach to what you want them to do, and that's one thing that I've had a lot of success doing. My days over River City, guys trusted me hitting-wise. I came back to Gateway in 2012. We had a lot of success there. Joliet, obviously, it was a different role for me. It was more of the managerial, behind the scenes, making sure everything's running smoothly, and I did a handful of things with the hitters there. But coming back this year, I know what my role is. I'm pumped to get back to the hitting side and basically on the bench coach and doing what I do. And I'm just going to approach it the same way I've always done. I've always had a lot of success with what I'm doing, and we're going to go from there.
Thanks, Mike. Great to have you back.
Great to be back.
Grizzlies bench coach Mike Breyman. That's your Grizzlies Spotlight.